Warning, this content is not for kids. If you're a kid, f off.
There's going to be some work happening here soon. Look, this whole section, that's where the storm was had the most impact. But that whole area, that's our camping area, man. No public access from the 3rd of January. We'll see. We'll be stealth testing for sure. I don't know if the tide's coming in or going out. I think it's the happy hour where it's sitting where it wants to be. Because the boys in the water are standing straight up, so it's not coming in nor going out. You get me? Diablos Ursis ebos primigenius. Tentsmuir. Land of devils, bears and oxen. And Alan. He'll be the monk I'm about to tell you about in a second. Medieval Tentsmuir was a marshy and isolated place. During this time, the area became inhabited by shipwrecked sailors and gained a reputation as a wild place, home to outlaws and vagabonds. A monk surveying these lands, which belonged to St Andrew's Cathedral in the 1100s, described a lawless region populated by devils, bears and oxen. Yes, mate. It's only 3 o'clock, but the tide's in. The tide came in that was high tide at 3 o'clock. It's 3:15 now, so we can't get along the beach. We've had to make a slight detour to go to the camp. Frankie Jr.'s here. Well, we picked the camp spot. Looks for good, does it? So that helps. So there's a fallen tree over there. Nobody's coming in along this path. That big giant hill, nobody's coming in along there. That big fallen tree, nobody's coming in along there. And that is about 1.5 miles of uneven ground, fallen tree. Nobody's coming in there, especially at night time. That's a passed out kid. He's too tired from walking. Got the tent set up, so you can get in the tent if you like. Nah, I'm good here. Look at that, boys and girls, it's the track man. I've got the bright orange rain cover for it, but I'm not going to put it on right now. It's no raining, but we are expecting snow tonight, so I'm going to tie that up, peg that in. We're going to get you a better view. A view where you could still see what's going on, kinda. Not really that much better for the camera. But what the human eye can see, trust me, it looks good, boys and girls, it looks good. The tide's in. Oh, you know the tide's in, you've seen that. But yeah, all these fallen trees that you saw in previous videos, they're all about to be cleared up next month. Right. I've got the tent set up, I just need to throw the rain cover on, and that just clicks in. It's got wee clicks. So, we've got the foil camping mats. Junior's got the Van Gogh Trek self-inflating mat with a 3 seasons, is that the 4th season or the 3 season? Might be the 3 season. Blacks. It was actually from the store, Blacks. Guys, that is my favourite sleeping bag of all time, man. And inside, Almy issue bivvy bag. She's not going to be cold tonight. Tonight I'm using my base camp snug pack base camp. I'm also testing out, it's one of those self-inflating mats with a pump, built-in pump. It's unbranded, there's not even a name for it, but it's got one of those nozzles with a big sponge in there, so you just push on it and that inflates it. Right, I'm holding a torch and the camera in the same hand. So this is the self-inflating. Honestly, it was like £20, £22, £21.99. Cheapest chips is you could buy a double one. Look, they've got wee clips there, so you can clip 2 of them together to make a double mattress. The only thing with this, it's like 3 or 4 centimeters thick, and no insulation in it whatsoever. It's just pockets of air. There's no sponge, and the only bit of sponge is the bit that makes you pump it up. I'm going to slide that. Do I want to put that in my sleeping bag? I think I do. I decided to put that inside the sleeping bag because look how slidey it is. So if I put it straight on top of that, I'm not staying on top of that, am I? Anyway, it's meant to be freezing tonight. So as long as the kid doesn't die, I'm happy. You alright there?
Yeah.
What did you call me? I can't get into trouble for calling me a cunt, man. It's me that taught her how to say these words. Yeah, this camera is not doing it any justice. That's a full moon reflecting the light off the water there. Full moon. We always go camping on a full moon. This time it was accidental. Anyway, that wee dot in the middle of there. I had to come and check it out. I thought somebody was walking over here with a head torch on. Got my fire pit set up with the burn box in it because I'm no daft. And we'll have a bag of kindling kindly dropped off from the Wild Fish in Scotland, boys, but I need to be careful when I'm processing it because I've just noticed that it's in there. There's a plank there with like screws going through it, so I don't want to wreck my knife. And we'll have the #1 survival tool of all time, zip pre-wrapped fire lighters. Put that in there. Right, where's my knife? Where is my knife? Well, that's not very handy. If somebody comes to attack her right now, I fucking can't even find my blade. There it is. It doesn't release itself as quick as the Gerber. Yay. This is no heavy enough to whack it. Split this open so we get the nice dry stuff on the inside, which takes a spark and a flame 1,000,000 times quicker. A couple more of these and we're good to go. Good to go, good to go. Me and Frankie were camping just as fast as we can, fueled by Satan. I think I just gave myself a splinter in the webbing of my fucking thumb. I need a heavier baton. Oh, that reminds me, there's a beer there. Every first aid survival kit should have these. A lighter and a zip fire lighter. Because in emergency situations you don't want to be fanning around with flint and steel, do you? You want to just get right in. Get right in. Right, now these things burn for 20 minutes, so you've got 20 minutes to get your fire started, even though it's pretty much instant. It's pretty much instant. Like we've always discussed before 1,000,000 times, skinny stuff, skinny twigs to get the fire going, and then later on you use the skinny stuff to give you more light and the thicker stuff to give you more heat. That's that, man. Happy days. It's the fire going. I've got enough of these zip fire lighters to last me probably 3 years now, because Lidl's had its sale on, selling was it 25 in a bag or something for like 2 or 3 quid. So I just picked up a bag every time I went into Lidl's. I've got tons of them. Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. When Jesus washed, oh when he washed, when Jesus washed, oh when he washed our sins away, oh happy days. If that part of the video is silent, that's because I got a copyright strike for singing that, and rather than just remove it and do all the, I just silenced that part of the video to remove the copyright claim. Haha, so there's a wee tip for you for future reference. If you're watching my videos and a part where it just goes pure silent, that's because I got a copyright claim for using George Michael or Take That tunes. 10 seconds of them. It used to be 10 seconds and I cleverly made it 9 seconds so I didn't get a claim. But you still get claims now. That should be enough to last us 2-3 hours maybe. It's like a flamethrower because it gets concentrated through the funnel, is it? Anyway, this whole area is lit up by the moon. Just believe me. Flamas eius Lucifer matutinas inveniat illa inquem Lucifer qui nescite casum Christus filius tuus. Lucifer is our saviour, you do know that, eh? Like, Lucifer is the one that freed humanity, because he was the serpent that says, why are you being dumb idiots right now when there's a tree of knowledge right there and God's told you, do not eat the fruit from this tree of knowledge because it will make you as smart as I am. You left that bit out. So when the serpent come along and went, here, just fucking have a bite of the apple, man. Just have a bite. What happened? Adam and Eve become super intelligent because they had the bite of the fruit of the tree of knowledge. And it was the serpent that told them to do that. So was that a good or a bad thing? Was the serpent evil, or was it just he went against God's wishes to keep us dumb? Lucifer is our saviour. He truly is, man. And Christ is his son. Christus filius tuus. Christ is your son. Anyway, we're camping. Just a few minutes ago, there was a wee dog noise, sniffing, poking about with the bag there, and I turned around and Alan was sitting there the whole time. I tried to tell them, guys, there's something sniffing there, but I scared it away by saying that. Anyway, I'm trying to get something out of the bag and I'm going away to my bed. I'm off to my bed. Junior's wide awake. That's what happens when you sleep all day. I'll get back to you in a minute. Well, it'll be a minute for you, a few hours for me. Dafty. It was raining last night. I just filmed the whole bit of struggling to get dressed and get out that tent, but didn't actually film anything because I didn't hit record. Junior's still sleeping. No joking, you man. I got no sleep at all last night. Maybe 10 minutes here or there. Because Junior was snoring worse than Jamie, man. I'm not even kidding you. It was terrible, non-stop. I was trying to get to sleep with essentially power tools going off right next to me. Anyway, I'm knackered. Just having a recce. I might have a morning pee. And then we're going to have a morning coffee. It's raining. It was raining last night. Yeah. Meant to be snowing, but it didn't snow. It did get a wee bit chilly on that inflatable mat. I had to take it out the sleeping bag because it was just pain in the ass. The sleeping bag was slipping off it. So I slept on top of it and I slept off it a lot. And because there was no insulation in it, and I was sleeping on top of it rather than with it, it was cold. So here's one end of the path. Nobody's coming in that way. And it's walls pretty much either side of it. But we're going to camp here next time. Look, there's plenty of space here for everybody's tents. Like 20 tents there. So nobody was sneaking in back that way. Nobody was sneaking in that way. What's that? How high would you say that is? A 30-foot wall. Nobody was sneaking in that way. And definitely nobody was sneaking in that way, because that's just like a mile and a half of uneven terrain. There's not even a footpath there. So yeah, it was brilliant. And obviously at our end of this path, nobody was definitely sneaking in that way. Well, except from a wee badger or a fox or whatever was that was last night, sniffing at our bag. It was brilliant, man. It was literally inches. It was just inches away from me, and it didn't know I was there until I tried to tell them there was something else there. Cool. Now the wild fish in Scotland boys are actually picking us up. Lunchtime. Not too early, although it is close to lunchtime. Right, I'm going to try my best to leave no trace. There's the disc that I cut out. Just to plug that hole again. These are the pegs that I got from Blacks. I don't recommend them. The aluminium ones are too thin to bend when you stand on them. That one snapped. Yeah, that's where the fire pit was. You could never tell. Leave only footprints and take nothing but memories. Something like that. And leave your kid in a tent till next time. Just when I thought I was being sneaky. My wee dugs. Help yourself, that's only water, mate. Help yourself. Morning, buddy. Hiya. Man, it was meant to be snowing last night, eh? That's why we come here. We've got rain instead. Just as I was saying earlier that nobody's sneaking in on us that way because it's all, well, look, this is the terrain. It's all uneven. It's all broken trees, but a dog walker, imagine he is a dog walker. Nobody owns that many dogs. Especially when they're still humping each other. That's like, they only see each other daily or some shit, for an hour a day, so there's still a certain dominance over each other. If they've been living together for years, that's not happening anymore, so... Guy's walking like 20 dogs. What does he do when one of them fucks off? Anyway, coffee time. That's what I was about to do. Oh, I wrote a Christmas song, by the way. I'm going to make a coffee, you could listen to it. Here it is.
Crock of Christmas. What a crock of Christmas. I'm pretty sure that Jesus Christ would celebrate his day with a tree full of lights. But then again, maybe he might, but he wouldn't have his mother-in-law spend the night. No, no, what a crock of Christmas. What a crock of Christmas. What a crock of Christmas. Daddy's home, he's back from the pub. He's had a skinful and he's looking for grub. All the kids better keep your puss shut, 'cause if you don't, you know he's gonna kick off on us. Crock of Christmas. What a crock of Christmas. What
Leave no trace. Happy days, man, happy days. You done already? Right, boys and girls, just a cheeky wee trip this time, just a short one. So, thanks for tuning in, you beautiful humans. Thanks for hitting the like button, and super big thanks to all you subscribers. You make it more fun, so you do. One love, peace and chips. See you in the comments. That's what it was. Yeah. See you in the comments. You're making fouls, Alan. Ah! Close. That was close, like.